Hello, welcome to today's video. It's a little bit autumnal today. It's not cold, not cold, not winter cold, but it's definitely autumnal. Summer's gone, no more summer. Where are we? It's nearly 3:30. I'm heading out, a little bit of a race to get to Belvoir Castle for a flat white, a cafe alley before closing time, before coffee shop closing time. And I got a headwind. Woo. Weather starting to turn. A couple of people have commented, and Martin Blackmore, he dropped me a message and an email, and he's a new cyclist and probably hasn't ridden really through winter before, so he asked me about recommendations for winter clothing, what to wear. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to be new to cycling, probably from lockdown, etc. And I remember, you know, certainly when I started riding regularly, I saw winter as the time to stop. It was a reason to stop riding, but it's not. You just need to have the right equipment and not make a few basic mistakes that are easy to make if you don't know. You know, those of us who have been riding a long time, we've learned a few basic little things that we can pass on to those people rather than them have to learn the hard way. So I'm going to do a couple of videos over the next month or so talking about some of those things. You know, certainly I've made a few mistakes with what I've worn or not worn in the winter. So yeah, that's going to be a video I shall do, a couple of videos I shall do over the next few weeks. Bit of rain in the air now. It's not raining, but there's those little bits of little spots of water. I don't think I'm going to get wet, but it's definitely in the air. So this is quite a nice little spot. I'm just along the Grantham Canal. I'm just near the Musson Gap. So I'm not near the Musson Gap at all. I'm near the Dirty Duck, which is at Woolsthorpe. So today is new shoes day. How about these? Proper full-on winter shoes. So I read a couple of reviews about these. I wanted some decent winter shoes. My current shoes are mesh topped, and they're rubbish obviously in the winter when it's cold. So you've got to wear them with overshoes, and it's a bit of a clat wearing with overshoes, and they're still not all that warm. So I read a few reviews on these. They're a specialised Defroster, they're called. And although to be fair, today it's a bit autumnal. It's not cold, but it's coldish. But they're a bit overkill for today. I was roasted in them earlier, but yeah, I wanted some shoes that were going to keep my feet dry as well as obviously warm. I was saying earlier about dressing right for the winter. I think if you can keep your hands and your feet warm, you can ride. You know, if those extremities get cold, whatever ride you're doing, it's going to be grim. you can get away with it, but your body is going to get warm by the nature of what you're doing. But your feet and your hands may be harder to get warm. So keeping your feet warm has got to be a good thing. So these, I've been really pleased with them. I've seen them online. I can just show you a few of the features. So what you've got, first off, they're full-on waterproof neoprene type material. You've got a boa for fastening them. Got the ambidextrous look. So you've got the boa there for tightening and loosening them. You can pull them out there, so you can see that boa there is now loose. Push that in, tighten them up. Superb. This flap, fully waterproof, sealed well in here. This pulls over, fastens with Velcro. That little loop goes around the boa. Just here, that little loop, if you can just see, just here, this Velcro can meet onto that. Difficult to do this one-handed, but so that can enable you to get it sealed properly there to keep the water, any water and cold air out. Big flap comes over, fully sealed, no seams to speak of to let water in. You can see here they're like a full-on proper walking boot sole, all sealed, so they're going to keep your feet dry. You can ride these through pretty much any kind of rain, I think, and they're going to keep your feet warm and dry. Underneath, got a full-on mounted by SBD sole, easy to walk in, concealed cleats, so even in a bit of mud you can walk. You've got this area at the front here to enable you to have a bit of decent grip just there. On the back, reflective strips on the back, a loop there to pull them on with, and as you can see there, seals pretty well around your leg. That's going to keep everything pretty dry. I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to using them in the rain, but I'm looking forward to seeing how well they can conceal in proper rain. I don't mind riding in bad weather as long as I'm warm, you know. So I think having the right gear enabled me to carry on riding through the winter quite effectively, and the feet were definitely something I did struggle with a little bit last year. But these, I'm hoping, are going to be pretty good and will enable me to carry on riding through the year. If you're buying them new, they're not the cheapest, but I've seen a couple of reviews. They're about 185 quid, I think, new, something like that. And I got these been hardly worn. They've worn a couple of times. I think the guy bought the wrong size, and they were 52 quid off eBay. Really good condition, so yeah, seemed a bargain. And certainly so far, I've been very pleased with them. They're very comfortable to wear for sure. Oh yeah, just remembered something to update you on. A couple of months ago, I mentioned in the video about my back tyre, and it was wearing, and I was thinking of replacing it. Almost 2 months I've gone, I've only just replaced it. I'm a traditionalist. I opted to stick with inner tubes. I was undecided at the time, do I go with tubeless or do I stick with inner tubes? I've seen several people, this tubeless seems to be a bit of a clat. I'm not convinced. So I've had 2 punctures on this bike, 2. Second one I had on Sunday on my ride, you may have seen on the last video, and I think the centre ridge of the tyre was really, really thin. So it's hardly surprising I got a puncture. But it's the second one, and I'm at about 3,000 miles on this bike now, of which probably 30–40% has been off-road. So I can live with that. I don't mind fixing the odd puncture. I think the faffing that are involved in tubeless, for me, I'm just not sold on it. So I've stuck with the same tyres. They're not the lightest tyre, but they're quite cheap. They were, I think, they're £17.99, I think, for the same tyre. So I'll stick with that. I've been quite happy with them. So yeah, so new tyre on the back. Existing one on the front. Front's not worn too much. That'd be good for another 3,000 miles, I reckon. Got some more swans here. Seems to be a few more swans this year along the river, so along the canal rather, than there's been in recent years. I don't remember seeing quite as many along the canal. I've only had a chance to film them sort of once, but there was what do you call it when you have swans have baby cygnets? A breed? Is it a brood? A brood of cygnets? I don't know. Answers in the comments, please. What do you call a group of cygnets? I don't know. But there was 8 anyway. There was the parents and 8 cygnets, and I filmed them when they were really tiny, and they're now getting quite big actually, and they're now just starting to go from the grey to the white. The white started to come through, now they're growing. So I don't know if I'll spend normally along the stretch just nearer to town, so hopefully I'll get to see them in a bit, and if I see them I shall show you them. There's another swan. There's another swan. He's in the road, he's in the way. Always make you nervous, don't they, swans like that? Ooh, it's quite big as well. And there's another one just down here. There's another one. Here's the swans. I think it's afternoon. They're all asleep. Sleep time. Well, I'm near the end of the ride and my battery's about to run out. So, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out a lot if you subscribe. So, thanks a lot, and I'll see you again in a few days' time. Bye.